Hi, welcome into Energy Upgrade Feng Shui Tips hosted by me, Lisa Albin. I own Cloud9 Feng Shui Consultancy and I'm the co-founder of the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. I've created Energy Upgrade Feng Shui tips to help as many people as possible calibrate their chi, their life force energy with that of their surroundings and their goals. Getting those things in line and attuned is important to feel at ease, to have more clarity, and to have more flow in your life. If you're someone who is a guardian of your energy and you hope to have surroundings that are positive influences, you're my kind of people. If you're looking to up-level your life from great to amazing, you're also my kind of people. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification buttons. It looks like a little bell down at the bottom. And if you want to learn more about me, check out the links in my description. You'll learn more about my energy upgrade process, the deep dive consultations that I offer that will help you calibrate your energy, your chi, your aura field, so that it doesn't have those Swiss cheese holes that will allow negative things to permeate your life. So what we do here with Energy Upgrade is we fill in all of those holes, we assess the cosmic energy, and we look to align and attune your own personal energy with that of your own personal goals. And I use ancient and modern modalities in these sessions. So you're lucky this is being recorded, but if you want to grab a pen and a piece of paper and jot down things as they come to mind, you might be inspired by something, you might find a great affirmation within this session. And I also encourage you to please leave me a comment, let me know when something resonates with you, and share your story with me. You can find out more information on how to get in touch with me in the links provided in the description. Let's get started. So in the second week of April, I consulted the Ancient Book of Changes, the I Ching, and I asked to please tell me what is the energy surrounding those wishing to receive an energy upgrade in this second week. And thank you. And what it resulted in is one unchanging hexagram called Li. It is Li over Li, the trigram Li over Li, and it means synergy. So number 30 meaning synergy. And I love this. I've gotten it before recently this year for energy upgrades, but in a changing form. So the energy was not as stable. Right now, the energy is very, very stable and it's telling me a lot about the cosmos and what we should do to embrace of this current situation. So please, everyone, consider the Chinese proverb, clarity of mind brought about by dependence on what is right can transform the world. I really love that. And that's what my I Ching workbook recommends. That Chinese proverb is a great place to get started with today's session. Before we get any further, I want to make sure that I'm connected with you on the other side of the screen. And I'm going to use my modern modality. And I'm going to type in your names, Energy Upgrade, Feng Shui Tips, YouTube viewers. That's you. I'm typing in your name here with the intention to connect with you, and I'm going to optimize our connection. So while I use ancient modalities such as the I Ching and Feng Shui, I use dowsing, I work with crystals and my intuition, I also use this software that was created by very powerful energy healers in all walks of life and professions, ranging from the 5 Chinese sciences. There's acupuncture, there's acupressure, there's working with floral essences, there's Reiki professional protocols in here. There's things that can assess your chakras and then send the color, the healing energy that you need right this very minute just for you. This works on intuitive discernment. So the software is not artificial intelligence. It's so much more. It is baked in with all of the powerful intentions and intuition and protocols of all of these energy healers And the software uses its own form of intuitive discernment, the same type of discernment that we might use when we're making a decision from yes or no. It's a amplified version of me using my dowsing crystal to affirm my decisions, and it amplifies, so brings it into even greater focus. And there's so much more resources available within this. So I love to use it in my sessions to help people just like yourself. So right here, we now have our best possible connection in this session. And we're going to return to our I Ching reading in just a minute. But before we do that, I'm also going to run part of the software in the background. Energy upgrade, YouTube viewers. And even if I typed it wrong, it would be okay because it's using my intention. And I'm going to ask that it auto-select what things are within our emotional field that need to be harmonized. So there's things that we need to have removed. There's things that we need to have accessed. And some of these descriptions that you might be reading might resonate with you directly, or might be resonating with you within your inner circle. It could be something that's within your subconscious, a dream that you had, or something within your energy field that you picked up within your interactions day to day, or something that you binged on Netflix. So the issue is being disconnected from others, God, and career. And we are going to harmonize the energies, getting rid of self-hate, elusive quality of childlike innocence being robbed by abusive males, regret, and accessing knowing that my inner strength cannot be threatened. So just paraphrasing there, I'm going to allow it to its work. Some people feel these energies shifting immediately, and for some people it takes a while to set in. So no need to be alarmed there. Just wanted to make that statement. If you are noticing any shifts in your energy right now, let me know in the comments below, and I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much. So again, you are watching Energy Upgrade Feng Shui Tips, where we're going to calibrate, harmonize your Qi, your life force energy. And I'm going to leave you today with some great Feng Shui tips to help you maintain your energy coming out of the session. All right, we're going to get back into our amazing I Ching reading here. So I want you to concentrate on holistic alignment. Very important with this cosmic energy. Evaluate all the aspects of your life, your inner circle, your work, your health, what you do exercise-wise, what do you do in your playtime, and ask your higher self, your inner knowing, do each of these pieces of my puzzle fit together? Do they relate somehow? Do they help complete the picture of my goals, or do they work against it? Really important that we do this work within the energy of synergy or clinging. Clinging is a hexagram that is put together with the trigram Li, fire over fire. And within this relationship, there is a very healthy dependency. In fact, synergetic interactions will boost your efforts, your personal efforts. So do not fear collaborating at this time. It will not take away from your individual pursuits. Keep yourself centered and grounded. You're going to feel, when your energy is high, a tendency to swing into euphoria, which we don't want to do. That's an extreme. So in Feng Shui, we evaluate the yin and the yang of life, of our spaces, of everything. And when there is too much energy, there is a yang imbalance. So we want to avoid that. When it's low, I want you to please embrace the idea of restoring and replenishing and giving yourself permission to rest. So we have to also understand, as a human, the way the cosmic energies influence us is out of our control. What we only have control over is how we can react. And the only constant we know is that there's change, right? So instead of beating yourself up for needing to take a break, you're just feeling taxed, you're feeling overloaded, give yourself permission to rest. It's really, really important. And I know sometimes we get caught up in the churning away, and it feels empowering to get through a lot on our to-do list. And sometimes we do too much and we get caught up in the euphoria. Start to get comfortable with the centeredness of it all, the Tai Chi. Develop a harmonious relationship with yourself and treat yourself as a friend. Be forgiving of yourself. And it's so wild because I feel like this whole I Ching reading is a recap of many of the conversations I've been having with friends and those close to me in this week. And it makes complete sense. It is, these conversations have been a collaboration and very harmonious with the energy of the cosmos. And it's really, really important when you are collaborating to see what is being reflected back to you. What are you learning? What are the takeaways? If you use this energy correctly, it will help you to develop further towards your goals on your life journey. You'll be able to receive ideas, better inspiration. It's really going to stoke your fire and your energy as you move forward. This is a great time. It is an auspicious time if you use the energy correctly and embrace it, and understand that in this case, clinging can, or make you think of clingy relationships, and that has a negative connotation. In this instance, we're talking about nature and the interrelationship of all of the elements of nature and the dependence of these elements on one another. The harmonious nature is either a creative nature or it's a diminishing nature on the other end of the scale. So let me pull up another picture here. So I'm talking about working within the elements of nature here. Going clockwise, fire creates earth. We've been interrupted by an empowering words of wisdom. So you came here with gifts. Empower yourself to get back on track and use them to the betterment of all. Okay. So these are not scripted, but they always mesh very well with what we're discovering in an energy upgrade session. And this, to me, aligns perfectly with the I Ching assessment of our energy. So doing work and collaborating with others and empowering yourself during times when you need to replenish, or trusting in yourself and your gifts, not being threatened by others that you want to collaborate with, is very, very important, and will be used for the betterment of all. And that's the idea here. We're in a great period of awakening for many. I can tell you, I get a lot more phone calls now since COVID, now that people are more aware of their spaces and how their spaces impact their inner well-being and their success or lack thereof, that there is an awakening right now, and your understanding of your own self and your self-knowledge and knowing yourself better and honoring yourself and also collaborating with others is going to help make this world a better place. So again, if you're just tuning in, I want to welcome you to Energy Upgrade and Feng Shui Tips. And I'm Lisa Albin. I am a certified Feng Shui professional, and I am a member of the International Feng Shui Guild. I own Cloud9 Consultancy, Cloud9 Feng Shui, and also I'm co-founder of the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. So I live Feng Shui. It's my lifestyle. It is the best way to live, in my opinion, and I am so grateful for all that I've learned, and I'm so thrilled to be able to help you on the other side of the screen. If you're interested in learning more about what I do, or perhaps you want to deep dive and have your own personal energy upgrade session with me, there's information in the links provided in the description. And if you want to jump in on our April to May session with the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui, I think maybe fit you in. We have one more spot available. We just filled one just prior to this session. So reach out to me there and see how we can get you started. right, so this empowering words of wisdom, I love it. Write it down, perhaps in cursive. If you've been watching, you know I love cursive. It requires you to use areas within your brain that are not used otherwise within your day. So it lights up all those centers that are otherwise quiet. And it really helps to ingrain words of wisdoms and affirmations into ourselves and all the levels of our subconscious. So you came here with gifts. Empower yourself to get back on track. And use them for the betterment. Use them to the betterment. So these words of wisdoms and affirmations that are generated after doing a reading are totally random, but always very poignant and perfect. Now when you get a words of wisdom or an affirmation generated, or you find something that really sings to your soul and you really want to work with it to help direct your energy and your chi, write it down in cursive, put it on a post-it note, and stick it somewhere you're going to see it often. Put it on the bathroom mirror, put it right by your front door if you're always coming and going. Stick it on the dashboard of your car, and put it slightly out of your gaze so that it's really something that is entering in through all the levels of your awareness. Okay. So I'm loving this cosmic energy that we have right now, and the talk about harmonious relationships of elements and synergy with working together and collaborating. And I'm going to use all of that information as I'm generating Feng Shui tips for you to maintain your energy that you leave with today. But before we do that, I am going to send you energy, charge you. Energy upgrade YouTube viewers. Charge everybody with the energy of collaboration, grounded, self-knowing. How about just throwing abundance? And I'm hearing that we're moving into a really powerful weekend lunar energy-wise, and it's great for manifesting. So let's throw in manifestation abilities and have them raised up. Let's also restorative energy. So I know some of you may be in a yang imbalance where you're feeling too much euphoria right now. Allow yourself time to rest if this is you. And if your energy is feeling the low, don't beat yourself up for taking a break. Watch that inner dialogue and really just embrace that time and receive that as a message. Take a break. Body is telling you something, right? Inspiration. So be on the lookout for new ideas. This charge is going to be good for 2 weeks. And that I'm sending you right now. And it only takes a minute to send it through to you. Before we go, I am going to send you, I want to do that. Energy upgrade YouTube viewers. Going to connect to you. And I am going to repair imbalances. So again, some of you, if you're highly psychic, in tune with your energy, you may be feeling this right now as you're watching. But others, you might need to sleep on it. And I would love to hear your feedback as you receive this energy upgrade. And before we leave today, I wanted to give you some ideas on things to look out for and to address Feng Shui wise. So your homework, we're talking about Tai Chi, and that's the center of, I'm going to allow the system to run a little bit further on soul imaging, which is accessing a snapshot of your soul and looking for things that need to be repaired within your aura field. And I'm allowing it to use intuitive discernment. Now, if I were able to meet with you in a session, you could tell me some things that you're dealing with and we could address those one-on-one. So Feng Shui wise, getting back to that, and we're talking about the Tai Chi of everything, right? So we want to keep everything in balance and harmonious, and that's really the center of the space. So if you're aligning your bagua with the front door, the wall that contains the front door, there you go. Now, if your floor plan's irregular, you're not quite sure how to align your bagua, you're not sure if the areas that bump out, if they're extensions or causing any missing areas, then you can reach out to me and I can do a Feng Shui assessment, Feng Shui consultation, and I can work with you virtually as well as on site. And that's a great process to get started, and that way we can really be sure we're addressing the center of your home correctly. The center of the home, or Tai Chi, it deals with the all of the holistic health, okay? So it's the hub of the wheel of all of the energies. And in this case, it's really important this week coming out of this cosmic energy that we be grounded in this area, that everything be intact. So the center of your home or any space is going to be ruled by the earth element. That is represented by colors yellow and earth tones, skin tones even, actual earth, things that are granite, marble, that also represents earth, crystals, anything square shape also represents earth or cubes. So take a look at the center of your home and get a sense on how much earth is represented here. You don't need to have everything earth. You don't need to ditch everything else. But if you're missing earth, I want you to add it back in with intention. Add something with intention. We talked before about adding a bouquet of yellow flowers. That's perfect. Something to that effect. And doing it with intention. So when you add something with intention, to kick it up a notch, I recommend that you use the 3-part activation method before every cure. I want you to visualize what you're trying to achieve and use a mantra. I love to use Om Mani Padme Hum. That is a hail to the jewel and the lotus, and that is what I believe to be a wonderful blessing to use in any instance for any cure. And use that, say it 9 times. 9 is an auspicious number. I own Cloud 9 Feng Shui for a reason. It means completion, and it is very lucky, auspicious. It's a heavenly number, like I said, and if it will help you speed up the activation, the manifestation of your goals. And use a mudra. You can use a fancy mudra like you see pictured here, or you can just use prayer hands. And I would like you to do that 9 times as you're placing your object, and that will empower you towards achieving your goal. Okay. And in respect to, I would like you to pay attention to love and relationships, which is in the back right area. So as we're talking about synergies and collaboration and personal relationships, and perhaps they are love relationships, those that are closest to you, that's also nourished and ruled by the element earth. But this earth is the pink colors, more of the skin tones, the earth tones. And it's also I would say, where you can, in that area, look at elements of duality and pairs, okay? Especially as we're talking about love and relationships. But within that area, evaluate it. Make sure there's no clutter. And if there is, clear it. Perhaps you do a space clearing ritual of your own and really place things of inspiration within this area as we're talking about the importance of relationships. So I hope this has been valuable information for you. We've covered a lot of ground in a short period of time. Again, I'm Lisa Albin, and I own Cloud9 Feng Shui and the co-founder of Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. I'm a proud member of the International Feng Shui Guild, and I'm so happy to serve you as I'm sharing with you my method that has worked with me, those closest to me, and energy upgrades using ancient and modern modalities, and then reinforcing those shifts, those needed shifts to plug all those holes in our aura fields with Feng Shui cures that are prescribed based on the cosmic energy that we're picking up in these readings. If this resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below, and I hope to hear from you more and more as our family grows. Share this channel with a friend who is like-minded. I would love to include them and fill in that hive energy to help empower our intentions together. The power of intentions, right? Look on my website for information about how you can become more involved with energy upgrades and Feng Shui tips. I do have a mastermind group that has just launched, and I would love for you to join if you are a fan of this channel. Thank you so much for being here. Many blessings times 9.